what's up, you guys? It's Katya, and this is my first ever collab ever on YouTube with it's Busy Byron, right? Byron. So see, I get it right by the end.
Busy Braun.
Busy Braun.
You know
Busy
LeBron?
Braun.
LeBron?
Yeah,
Busy
LeBron. Busy Braun.
Yes,
Okay,
there we go.
I
That's
got it.
going in the intro, you know that. Like, are you busy Byron? Like, that's going in there.
No. Hey, what's up, you guys? It's Katya, and we are here for my first ever collab with Paul and you may.
The Thunder.
No way! I am here with Busy Braun. If you know him on YouTube, he does reaction videos. This is for Reactor Con. So if you guys do not know what Reactor Con is, it is something that these group of reactors did for in honor for San Diego Comic Con at home since we are under quarantine. So we're gonna be talking about The Walking Dead. We're gonna think of theories, our favorite characters. We're gonna be talking about comic things. So it's everything revolving around The Walking Dead universe and everything The Walking Dead. So Busy Braun. Okay, I'm gonna try to remember. We are here. He contacted me. He wanted to do this collab, and he's like, "Yo, let's talk about The Walking Dead." And I've actually been thinking about doing a collab. So finally, I have someone with the same interests and amazing things to talk with. Because we talked yesterday.
Yeah, we are setting everything up for The Walking Dead, especially because I was super excited for that. ReactorCon, that's the reason why I reached out to her. So ReactorCon is a big event that was created by Brit Smash, Chainsaw Reacts, right? And Nathan Rojas. So I mean, they are like cool reactors that came up with this phenomenal idea. I mean, this is an awesome. Like we were able to go over a whole bunch of things that we may not be able to talk about right now, especially because The Walking Dead's not really in season because you know the
Corona.
Yes, yeah, that sucks.
The Rona.
The Rona. But we are here and we're excited to actually talk about a show that we care about like deeply. I mean, look at her shelf over there. Like you gotta know she loves this. Like she got a head on her shelf. Like
yeah, like it's literally like a limited edition. I think it's for season 2. I think no, season 4.
And we out here with matching lunch boxes.
Lunch boxes. I wish I could go and get it. You want me to go and get it so I can show? No, okay. Because I have to literally reach on top of the shelf and I can't really reach. So
today we're not doing anything too fancy. I mean, I think it might be fancy, but we're here discussing The Walking Dead, and just gonna be talking about it. You know, what our hopes are for the finale, what our hopes are for the future of the show, because this show has grown into more than a show. Like this is, like we watch this religiously. Like when it comes out on Sunday, like we're watching it, and it's like there's no better day to air a show. You know, like they've been killing it. Season 9 and 10 have really redeemed season 8, and I absolutely love it. So yeah,
I think before that, like I know seasons 1 through 6 were like probably not even 1 through 6. I think like 3 through 6. So season 3, 4, and 5, 6 were probably the best seasons, I think. And then 8 happened and 7 kind of happened, and I feel like they lost their like
the touch,
momentum, their touch, you know. And then I think they literally lost it after Carl. They killed off Carl.
Oh man, that was.
They killed off Sasha. Who else died in season 8?
Sasha.
Dwight left.
Okay.
He plays a huge thing in the comics too.
He's in Fear the Walking Dead now, and they're trying their best to redeem that. But Morgan too. Morgan. I mean, a lot of people aren't a fan of him right now due to like how he's doing over on Fear. But I love this character. I think his character is just
his character in The Walking Dead when it was, you know, the whole war and everything. He was like going back to his, you know, clear mindset. That's when I'm like, this is the man. You know, this guy. I love him. And then they brought him to Fear, and it's like, he
would have been something else to watch, especially with the whole idea of Alpha and like what Alpha did to Sadiq, you know, what Dante did to Sadiq, and you know what happened with Jesus, especially Jesus, because Jesus was his homie, you know, like him and Jesus kind of went through some stuff together where it was like Jesus is like letting him know what he's doing is not right, man, like what you're doing is not okay, you know, and I don't know. I feel like it's kind of good that he wasn't there because for all we know, Morgan would have went back to his crazy self.
Yeah, and he might have made things even worse.
I know.
Maybe, but then at the same time, I love how he is in his clear mode. He's just like in attack mode and killing everybody and not being, giving them like a second chance or anything. He's just like, you know what, I'm gonna kill you, and that's it.
Yeah.
And in Fear, it's like a whole other different agenda for him. I feel like the writers don't know what to do with literally any of the characters. Alicia has been sidetracked. They really haven't given John Dory a big of a thing. He's a really good character, like. And I know we're supposed to be talking about The Walking Dead, but it's
The Walking Dead is The Walking Dead. Walking Dead franchise.
The Walking Dead, the franchise.
The
but I feel like the writers, I'm not here to trash them, but these are complex, amazing characters before they even took over, and then they just really don't know what to do with their charismas and everything. They don't know what to do, and I think that's what happened with Morgan, that he's got in the point too, he's so annoying, you just want him dead. Like, yeah. I don't want him to die, but then at the same time, you want him to die because he's so annoying. Like,
and
this is not the Morgan.
Yeah, and it's like, we're not here to bash anything, obviously, because this show is literally us. Like this is built. This is what we are, So I mean, yeah, we're just hoping for the best, and we're not here trying to like kill it, like kill it. Exactly. We're just giving our thoughts, so that's the bottom line.
Wearing my Whisper shirt, the one with Alpha on it. Yeah.
For the next video, I'll end up pulling out this so your fans can see the Salem witches. I got that.
The Salem.
Let people know that I like witches too. We out here. So I mean,
love witches.
I feel like that would be pretty cool. Like me starting a show about witches, and I'm like from Salem. So I mean, I feel like no one's gonna believe it.
And it's so cool because it's not like like Harry Potter type of witches. This is a whole different type.
Oh, for real? Your screen froze.
It's like really cool.
Oh, there you go. Okay.
You froze to me too.
I did. I just looked at the screen. I was like mad confused. The thunder hit your cables or something. I was like, what's going on?
This thunder needs to go. I haven't heard it in a little bit, but hopefully it doesn't come back again.
Yeah, it's taking a break.
And ruins everything.
5-minute break. Alright, sip of water and then we can get back to it. So, how do you feel about Princess?
Oh my god. So, obviously I've been reading the comics. Not like in order. Like I haven't had all my issues in order. But when I read her, I was like, dude, this is literally me as if I was a Walking Dead character. She's just so energetic and crazy. She doesn't really care. Like, well, she does care, but it's in a way like she wants to be with friends because she's been lonely for a while. Yeah. And I relate to that because I really don't have friends, like literally in real life friends. And I only talk to like about 3 or 4 people. So sometimes like I feel like Princess, I'm going insane, not talking to anyone.
And I feel like a lot of people are feeling that too, due to the whole Corona thing.
The Corona, exactly.
Well, the people that are respecting the boundaries and stuff.
The boundaries and actually caring about everyone else's, not going to restaurants and everything like that.
They're just trying their best to not only keep themselves safe, but actually others too. So I mean, others. Those people are actually stuck in not being able to associate themselves with other people. And I know exactly what you're saying too, because I mean, like us being reactors, we're over here trying to make sure we're dropping some content for people, and like I don't know if a lot of people understand, but I mean, yeah, of course we're just watching TV, and I know that it can be dumbed down to basically just watch TV, but the editing and some of that stuff, it's a grind, It takes some time.
Time. It takes energy. It takes your sleep. It's worth it for us, in a way. And I'm grateful for it. I'm really grateful that I actually have something to do, because if I really wasn't doing reaction videos, I don't know, I might have lost my mind. Like literally really gone full on Princess, like actually be talking to the wall and actually started setting up mannequins and stuff,
Yeah, see,
setting up my Funko Pops.
Yeah, like I'm over here and I used to be able to play video games by myself, and I can still do that, but I mean, like the amount of time I put into reacting, I couldn't spend that amount of time of just like playing video games.
Video games, exactly.
Like, sometimes I'll be in here like 8 p.m. till 9 in the morning, just dropping straight like videos and recording
videos,
trying to make sure that I got enough content so people are kind of satisfied, and it's like that's kind of a lot, especially just sitting in one place. And I understand that it may not seem like work, but sometimes it is, And
it is.
Yeah, and it's like that's what I love, because The Walking Dead, for an example, is one of those shows where I actually enjoy like editing every single moment of it. And then there's some of those shows where it's like I try to react to them, and I like it. And since it has a fan base, I'm gonna keep doing it. But sometimes I get so sidetracked. I'm like, you know what, like I'll just look at like a spot on the wall, and I just forget what I'm doing, you know. And it's like
Yeah.
The Walking Dead. It's like knowing that like I'm gonna end up maybe on Skybound, or knowing that like Skybound is one of those like big like companies that I absolutely adore, because you know they
Oh yeah.
found me, and then a whole bunch of other reactors, and they just put them in those comps, and it's like knowing that I'm gonna be in that at the end of the week. I don't know why, but it just kind of gets me a little
It
motivated.
gives you the hope. So like knowing that your video will be seen not just by your viewers, but
Exactly.
from an
Yeah.
extended amount of
Yeah.
viewers from the Walking Dead
It's
fandom,
like you're
like
feeling like you're literally being endorsed by The Walking Dead, and
by
it's
the
like,
Walking Dead.
yeah.
Exactly.
So it's like it may not seem like a big deal to some others, but knowing that a channel that has over 100,000 subscribers is like noticing you, it's kind of a big deal, and I feel that, you know, and it's pretty cool.
It's like the best feeling, especially when the first time I ever got featured on Skybound. This was 3 4 years ago, 2017. What's 2017? 3 years ago.
Yeah, yeah,
I
yeah.
lost my count. For San Diego Comic Con, which is like kind of the anniversary at the moment right now for, the Reactor Con going on with San Diego Comic Con at home and everything. So like when I first saw myself on that, I'm like, whoa, this is really like
You saw yourself on what?
amazing. On Skybound, they
Oh,
featured me like legit the first time I did a reaction for The Walking Dead and they featured me on both. It wasn't really a lot
I thought
because
you
this
meant
is
like
like,
on San Diego Comic
oh
Con, like
no,
at
I
like
wish
on
I
the
can go to
screen.
San
There, I was like,
Diego.
yo, that's awesome, bro.
I wish I can
I
go,
remember getting so
but
gassed. I literally made a thank you video. Like I was like, "Yo, good
for
looks for
Skybound.
Skybound." Yeah, I was like, I was so gassed. I was like, "Good looks for Skybound." I was featured in a video with Married to the Real and Blind Wave. I just got so excited because I mean, those are like two reactors that I found on my
Mm-hmm.
own time. Like Blind Wave, they're over here like changing the reaction game. Like they sit there like they're professionals. They take notes. They're literally
Oh
yeah,
yeah,
they're crazy. So it's like I absolutely love that. And so being in a video with some of these big names made me feel I got gassed. I was like, yo, I'm
like
going
you were like,
somewhere.
whoa,
Yeah, exactly. And I started like here like I got a decent setup. I mean with the Funkos and
mm-hmm.
all that stuff. But before I was filming in my bed and I looked mad lazy. So it's like for some
Yeah.
reason they still put those videos. Like there was a moment where I was like filming upstairs and literally I had my chair kicked back and I'd literally be every video I'd be laying down like that. And I just look like a lazy bum, bro. And it's like somehow they still featured me in the
In the
videos, and I was
videos.
like, yo, that's a W. I'm over here just looking mad lazy, but still they noticing me, so I'm all set. But yeah,
And
so
now it's like, and now you know that, like you said, like once you get the views, once you feel like, okay, I really have this going on really good, this is something I'm really gonna put my time and effort in, you just like literally like snap, not really snap, but you start like decorating, making your stuff like, look, this is my Flash Funko Pop, I'm gonna start having like stuff about it, so people be like, oh, he, aside from Walking Dead, he watches
yeah, see,
Superman,
somebody
or
actually
you
did that
know.
the other day. Like somebody saw me. I forget what it was. It was a while ago actually. I think I was watching The Walking Dead or something. But they're like, "Oh, I
Mm-hmm.
just realized you watched The Flash too. Oh, automatic sub." And I'm like, "Okay,
Yeah,
good looks." So
there was
I gotta gas this out and make sure that there's a little bit of every franchise down there so people know
that
I'm
you
not playing.
have.
Yeah, because I react to a lot, so it's crazy. But yeah,
Yeah, me
so
too. Aside from The Walking Dead, I do Crisis, like the only like
big of crossovers.
the big crossovers. I forgot the word. And I do like obviously I'm doing Motherland, I'm doing Love, Simon, but they don't have Funko Pops. So like what I have the most is like Walking Dead and horror. Like every horror movie, I have like a Scream Funko Pop. I have like the Texas Chainsaw
That's pretty
Massacre, like
awesome.
Leatherface, like, and you can't really see it. So
I
like
know.
that's the thing that I really want to like show off, because even though you can't really see, there's stuff here you
Yeah.
can see.
Is
So
that White Canary over there? I wasn't sure if that was it.
yeah, I actually like did a whole like girl little thing for it. So it's like
Okay.
Supergirl, Captain Marvel, Winona Earp, The Runaways, White Canary, Lexa, and
That's
Wonder
pretty
Woman. Like
awesome.
those are my favorite women characters, so I have
Yeah.
them there.
So
So
back
like,
to the show. So
oh yeah,
what do you? Yeah, I totally got sidetracked as well. So
we get sidetracked. It's okay.
it's all right. We're here to have fun. So we are here with Princess, and the first people in our group that she interacted with so far has been Yumiko, Eugene, and king, right? So, well,
The
Ezekiel, it
king,
doesn't
yeah,
look like he's
Ezekiel.
going with the king anymore. I don't know if that's going to be a
He's like,
name that, yeah, he doesn't seem to like that name anymore. And, but we're over here, and I'm looking forward to it, because, I mean, of course, the king and princess seem to, I mean,
oh,
the names, I mean, they kind of work, but Eugene and princess, they both have, right away, it seemed like they made a connection, because
mm-hmm,
Eugene and Eugene and Princess are both kind of like outcasts in a way, like they're both different, and it's
mm-hmm.
obviously nothing to be ashamed of because they like, of course, Eugene brings a value to the group that most other characters might not. Like this dude got brains, and I mean,
Mm-hmm.
sometimes it's a little overwhelming when he's talking about.
Yeah.
Like I was gonna ask you who's your favorite? I mean, who's the most annoying character, and why is it Eugene? But
No,
like,
why is it?
yeah, and why is it Eugene? But it's like that is kind of a given, and like we already know that's the case.
Yeah,
But we
everyone
love
says that.
Eugene. You can be annoying and still
Yeah.
lovable. Like I mean, that's cool. I mean, like this dude got brains, and that's all that matters. And I'm waiting for him to meet that love interest that
Oh,
we've been like. That's
yes.
something I'm waiting for. Like I feel like
I'm waiting for
this
it.
dude needs to win. Ever since he kicked him back in the library when he was being a pervert. Look, watching
Oh
Abraham
my
and Rosita, like that
god.
made me so uncomfortable. I was like,
Ever since
man,
then, I'm like,
like
no,
I don't know how I
no.
feel about you, my guy, and it's like him actually having these genuine feelings for a girl he's never seen. It's just like the personality that got to him. Like it's giving me
Mm-hmm.
hope, you know. I'm looking forward to it. Like he even pushed Rosita aside when Rosita was
He's
like, "Oh,
like,
kiss me." He was like, "Yeah, no, I kind of feel for her." And
no.
like Rosita and Eugene having that like kind of that nice moment, like that friendship moment. I really felt
Mm-hmm.
that, and I really enjoyed that. It was one of my favorite things of that episode. So I mean, I'm looking forward to
I
seeing how
actually
that
was
plays out.
cringed at the fact of it. I don't know, like
I feel that because
I was cringe, and then you know how he's like, no, I'm not gonna kiss you because I like her.
it
I'm like,
definitely was a different
whoa.
vibe from what
It
we're
was a
used to.
different vibe from what we've seen him over. Like he's always like loved Rosita, you know.
Yeah,
He's always like,
she cursed his ass out a while ago. She's like,
mm-hmm.
me and you will never be a thing. And I'm like, in front of the baby. I'm pretty sure the baby
Like
was there,
yeah,
right? Or was Coco
yeah.
sleeping? I can't remember. All I know is that
I
like,
think Coco was in that presence in
yeah,
some
I'm
type of
like,
way.
wow. So it's pretty crazy. So I mean, back to some of these other questions. Who is your favorite character?
On the show or like in the entirety
And
of The Walking Dead.
well, we'll do both. So right now, in the entirety of The Walking Dead, let's try that
Of
way.
the entirety of The Walking Dead, I'd say Michonne. Lit.
Michonne?
She's my favorite character,
She's a
Michonne.
badass. She deserves
Um,
the throne.
the moment she showed up on my screen, I'm like, I love this
Yeah.
woman. I love her. And actually, when I started watching The Walking Dead, like actually watching it, it was for season 3. So I actually got to experience her first moments
Live?
as same as me watching her live. So like episode season 1 and 2, I watched it on Netflix. I binged it, and then I waited until October came, and that's when I really like. That's why I connected so much because she was like literally like the character that I fell in love with firsthand and the live,
She
like
watched
on
you grow
live.
up. She watched you
E-
grow up. Yeah.
exactly. I watched her grow up into this amazing character that you know she was always this lonely person that really was always out for her own self, and now look at her. She has a family with Rick. She has children. She cares about her community. She's a leader. Well, she was a leader, and
Yeah.
now she's
And
on her own
I
journey.
cannot wait to see her in the Rick movies. That's gonna be
Me
killer. Like, I
either.
hope they
That's gonna be
release them on
amazing.
AMC because I mean I would love to react to
That's what
those.
they're doing.
Because
They're
I know they
actually
were
doing that
talking about
now.
releasing them on Universal, but I wasn't sure if that got canceled
Hmm.
or what the case
They
was.
it did get canceled. From what I saw and from the Walking Dead account, it did get canceled. So they're doing it in AMC premiere or something like that. And I'm here like, this is going to be a big thing for us reactors because most everyone was going to go to the theaters and watch it. Like you can't do a live reaction in the theaters,
I
because
know,
that's
yeah, you gotta
illegal.
hold
So
out the
like,
phone and just cool it over there. Yeah, it won't really work.
so you'd had to wait like what 6 months for you to actually get the DVD or VHS.
Well, I mean,
You know what?
if
You
it
know
was on
what?
Universal, yeah. If it was like you said, what he said.
VCR, VCR.
Does anybody react like that? Like that's
I
like
don't
the
know.
coolest way. Like we're
That'd be
bringing that
something
back.
cool.
Like
I actually
that's
have
awesome.
a VCR.
Yeah, I think mine's in storage collecting dust or something. I can't even remember the last thing I bought on it. It was like I don't know. I don't know. It was probably something ridiculous like
I actually
Barney
do
or
thrift
something.
shopping, and I buy VHSs. Like
Yeah.
the last thing I think I bought was Blair Witch Project,
Oh,
the
for real?
1990 movie. Yeah, the Blair Witch Project. So like, but yeah, they did get canceled. The movies are not going to be released in theaters, from what I heard. I don't know if maybe in a later date they might redo it again, but at the moment, once the movies are filmed and everything, they will be going to
Yeah.
AMC
So they most likely won't
premiere.
be
Premiere.
dropping
I
on
don't
the
know.
theater if it's just going
It's
straight
not.
to, yeah. So another thing. Well, we talked about your favorite character in the. You said
Mm-hmm.
the entirety. So, what would your other favorite character be?
Uh, for right now, I feel like Yumiko.
Oh yeah, I hear a lot of
Yumiko.
people praising her. Like she has
She's
brought a big presence
really.
to 10B. You know, she's kind of killing it.
She's a big presence. Like when we saw her, like for the episode 15, the last episode we see her take that like leadership role from under Ezekiel. Like, this is Ezekiel. This man, he's known for the king. He's the
Yeah,
king. And she just like sweeps under his rug and like takes it away from him.
and
And
she
she's like,
didn't do it in such a
she
bad.
takes
She didn't do it
control
in a bad way. She did it
in a bad way.
in like a gentle way. Like she's cool about it. You know,
She noticed that he was unfocused on what the mission is, on what the dangers of people are, and she's like, I'm not gonna let Ezekiel take this toll. What if we die? And she's like sabotaging us or something. So like she like got the sense, and that's why I love about her, because she can like sense something's wrong and she'll take over, no matter if this so and so will get mad over it, but it's in good intentions and the reason why she did it. So like she still reminds me a little bit like a Michonne, a little bit, like, I don't know, in a way, but in her own different way. So
I feel it, yeah.
Yumiko right now is like literally my favorite character. So
For me, it'd probably be like I love Connie, and that's mostly because of her the kindness she has in her heart, you know, and like just the idea of her being one of the first deaf women in the Walking Dead universe. I think it's phenomenal because growing up, I had a deaf family member, and then my mom's involved with elderly, so I mean she worked at like this home of the deaf, so like people were there, and so like at a young age I learned sign language. I don't know much of it anymore, but like growing up, like I would go around meeting all these wonderful people who just couldn't hear, but they were just
here like us.
Doesn't take away from the the wonderful person they can still end up being. Obviously that doesn't do anything. So it's like seeing them give like Lauren Ridloff like the opportunity to play a deaf character, it just honestly melted me. I absolutely loved it when we were introduced to her, and knowing that she's going to be in the MCU, which obviously is for another topic.
Yes.
But knowing that's gonna happen, it's just I am looking out for her career. I feel like she's going to kill it, and I'm really looking forward to it. So yeah, that's one thing that I love.
And for you, for that's for like at the moment your favorite character, or is that like your overall?
Well, no, at the moment, but
for your overall, what's your favorite?
Oh man, that's hard. I mean, I like Rick, but I mean, there was moments where I feel like I just couldn't really agree with him. Michonne, I want to say her, but I mean, I kind of want to be a little unique and pick someone else. Like,
I mean, if you like her,
yeah, if I like her, I like her. That's the bottom line. But I mean, I do like Michonne because I mean she cares about her friends, her family now.
Yes.
With everything in her, like with every last pump of blood, that's going to her family, like, and knowing that like there's moments where even when her family's acting out, she is willing to do what needs to be. Like I remember that episode where I think it was season 4 or 5 where Rick they just got to Alexandria. And Rick, like, snapped. He was literally nuts. Like, held the gun to, I forget their names. He was holding it to the other family's father. And
wasn't it Spencer? No, not Spencer.
Spencer was the
Aiden?
Not Aiden, no. I don't know his name. Frank, man? I don't freaking know his name.
It was the doctor. It was a doctor.
I think so,
the husband of
the girl he
the
was
lady
interested in, yeah.
Yeah, that girl.
Yeah, so it's like then when he was freaking out and he was like, "Oh, how about this?" and he has the gun pointed, and then Michonne comes out and just knocks him upside the head, and I'm pretty sure that's what happened, right? She like straight up knocked him out.
Yeah, she straight up knocked the hell out of him.
Letting him know that is not okay. Like this dude is literally acting out, and it's just not Like I don't know. She's just willing to like she will put you in your place if you're not behaving.
Exactly.
That's just how you sum it up. That's
And I
always
feel like that's why people really don't like her in a way, because she's so real about it. And I guess people really don't like how real she
it might
is.
be the
And it's
fact that
like,
like sometimes she doesn't show the emotion that some people might like. But like
and
we're
that
seeing it a
too.
little more. Like when she talked to Rick Jr. and when she was what's his name? That's his name, right? RJ.
RJ, yeah,
Rick,
RJ.
Rick Jr. I don't know what you're calling
Rick
what people
Jr.
calling him. Yeah, like people were talking to like when he's talking to her kids. She literally like you can see her face light up. She's like very gentle, and that's like the type of Michonne we like to see. But when it comes to getting down and being a leader, she's stern. She's in charge, and I absolutely love having those little moments. And I do. I mean, sometimes she doesn't show the emotions, but not everyone's gonna do that.
Everyone shows their emotion in different ways, and it's like she knows when to reserve her gentle side to who she wants to show it to, and her hard side to who she needs to show it to.
Yeah.
And that's what the moment when you're, you know, how you were saying how she put Rick in her place, in his place, my bad. And I was just like, right when you were talking about, I was like, I feel like she had to really step up, because I feel like she was thinking of Carl and Judith. Like, she's like, we finally have this sanctuary. We finally have some type of normality, you know, some type of normality to get these children to actually have an actual normal life in this apocalypse. So I'm...
Oops. Technical difficulties.
I'm not going to let this dumbass...
What?
It cut off. Like, I was like, "What's going on?"
Alright, we're gonna try that again.
Yeah, I'm alive.
Perfect. Like, you cut, and then all of a sudden it went silent. Then all of a sudden you said something about a dumbass, and then it cut again. And I'm like, what? Just mad funny.
So, thank you, Sky, for ruining my little like speech. But
she went off too.
I was going,
sorry,
not really going off. I was like literally preaching. Wait, what was that?
Is that Baby Yoda in the back?
Yeah, I have a little Baby Yoda, like the actual Funko Pop.
I just had one come in today. It's upstairs. Oh my god, I wish I had it, but I don't.
You wanna go get him?
I do want to go get him, actually. That's awesome. Oh, the bobblehead and everything. That's freaking awesome.
And actually, I think Amazon did an error, and they sent me 2 of him.
Oh, for real?
So I have him out of his box, and the other one's in his box.
I always keep mine in the box. I just love it.
I keep everything in my boxes, so like I know they're open and everything, but I still like to have the boxes just in case, you know.
Yeah, my goal is to get the life size Baby
Oh
Yoda.
yes.
Just have him chilling right here with my reactions and just give him some popcorn occasionally, let him feed.
Oh my god.
That's pretty awesome. All right, so back to it. Are you looking forward to the world beyond?
Yes, but I'm actually like I'm not trying to be dumb or anything, but I have no idea what the hell's gonna go on. Like I'm like out, like I don't know what the hell is this about. Like I'm kind of you know, like what is this going on? Like
what's the point?
I saw the trailer.
Honestly,
exactly.
I think it's leading on to the Rick movies. I mean, they made it really clear that the people that took Rick are involved.
CRM.
Like CRM. Okay, so that the 3 circles or whatever they were calling
the 3 circles.
They were calling them the 3 circles, I think, for the longest time. I forgot what they were calling them. But like that was popping up on the trailer a lot. Like if you like the same symbol, and it's like I'm looking forward to, because I mean, like they said, it's a limited series, so it's only supposed to be two seasons. So they got the story already out of the way, so that's something to look forward to. Like they're not going to come up with it as the show progresses, and I mean it kind of shows us that we already have like an arc. Like we already. Like they already know what it's leading to, so I mean,
and it's set in stone, and it's like no more changes, and that's it. Like,
and I'm pretty sure I can't remember. This is like when is this based? This is right after the apocalypse started, or I can't remember. I remember they went over it, but for some reason I can't remember.
For exactly. World Beyond.
World Beyond, yeah. Is it like right after, or is it during it?
I think it's like during it. You know how like in Fear they show like during.
Yeah.
The fall of that. I feel like that's like probably like what the first episode might be about, like the fall of society. Like you actually see the bombs in the city, not like in Fear where they saw just in a very distant way where the bombs were being dropped in the city. I feel like they might even experience it, like probably bodies flying around or something. I hope it's like that. Like I want to see that type of scenery because
Yeah.
we don't really get a lot of, before and after, the fall of the
Moments.
civilization,
Yeah, and
So that would
that
be
would be
really
really cool. I
cool.
do like that. Yeah, I feel like we should get more of that in The Walking Dead. Like learning more about each. Like we have so many characters. You're seeing like what they
Hmm.
were like beforehand. Like I would have loved to see
Exactly.
some Negan flashbacks. Like they discussed some
Hmm.
stuff, but I don't know if they actually showed flashbacks of him and his wife or him.
They
Just
don't, but I know there's a comic. I think it's called Here's Negan
yeah.
in the Skybound. I've been actually trying to buy it. Like it's literally his entire backstory, like him and his wife in her deathbed. Like it's
Oh,
comic canon,
Negan. Yeah.
So it's like some people are like, we want to see that, but I'm like, I don't want it to take away from more of the story, for The Walking Dead. Maybe why don't they do like a limited series for Negan or something? Like I know Negan's not my favorite character, but
Oh
I would
really?
love,
I mean, I
not
feel that. I
really.
know he killed Glenn, and for
No,
some
it's
people,
not like that. I don't know. It's just I don't know. He just doesn't sit right. I like him, like he does his stupidity. I'm not saying like I hate him. Like I want him to, rot in hell. It's just like there's some moments that I
there's
actually
people like
enjoy because
that.
he's really stupid and hilarious. So like I just wish he wouldn't have. If they want to do like a backstory of Negan, do it as a limited series. Don't take it away from The Walking Dead show wise, because we're losing an episode for him, and if they do that, okay, I'm fine with it, but it'll probably be his exit because he
Oh
does
yeah,
leave in the comics.
yeah.
So they might do that. I don't know how they
But I
might do
love
that.
Jeffrey Dean Morgan. I need him to stick
I love
around.
him too.
One
And,
thing
and
I'm anxious about is how Negan and Maggie are going to
that's what I'm waiting for.
Now that Negan's out of the cage. I don't know if Daryl's gonna try to be sympathetic and be like, "Look, man," because they kind of talk and they kind of
Hmm.
soften up, not totally, but to the point where it's
Totally.
like
Yeah. That's how
they're
I
kind
am
of
with
there.
him too.
Yeah, it's like you can't like I'd be like, "Oh my god, this is my favorite character," and then I watch season 7, episode 1. I'm like, "Oh shit."
And you're like, never mind. But then at the same time, you think about it and you're like, Rick kind of caused this whole shebackle with
Yeah.
with Negan. He should have never done the killings at the post either. So it's like, karma got everyone back, and I'm not saying they deserve to die either, but it's like this was you guys all agree with what Rick did, and this is how it happened. I hate it.
It's like I don't know why
What
he didn't
happened
kill Rick. Like obviously I wouldn't have wanted him to kill Rick, but the idea of like killing the leader, kind of
would
like
have
what.
been like set in stone, and probably things what might have been differently. Like these are like I feel like Walking Dead should have its own like what if,
Uh,
like because of the whole Michonne
Kind of like what they,
episode.
yeah, I was about to say that, kind of with the whole Michonne thing, like how she didn't save Andrea and how she ended up going.
Being a
Yeah,
savior.
that was literally the highlight of the episode.
That
Seeing Rick
episode was just
kneeling over
iconic.
her, like just I was like, oh no! Like, you guys can see both of our reactions. Obviously. Like,
Exactly.
we have both
On
of
the
those up. So even
and on
Skybound probably
Skybound.
got them because Skybound's goated. I love Skybound, so they got all the highlights up there. But still, I mean, that was honestly one of the greatest. Like, what do you prefer? Do you prefer Michonne's episode over Rick's? Like, what do you think?
I feel like Michonne's they're not really even the same because Rick's was a sacrifice. He died in a sense of a way. His entire thing was his journey from the beginning. And that's the same with Michonne. But I feel like his was like more heartfelt because you really thought he was gonna
Oh my
die.
god, I didn't start reacting until like 4 episodes after that. I was so upset with myself because I saw Skybound's video had like 4 million views, and I was like, bro, I could have been in like sometimes I'm not always in like all their videos, but like
Mm-hmm.
just knowing that I could have had my reaction just in the
Mm-hmm.
archives, even on my channel, would have been
Yeah.
great. Because I mean, like I remember watching that. I made reviews at the time, so I was only doing reviews, but I was like,
Mm-hmm.
I was like just being home watching it live. I was like broken. And then seeing him like laying down on the beach, I was like, "Oh, let's go! Like,
He's
let's
back.
go!"
Like that I can say I was very heartfelt with Michonne's departure, but it's like she wasn't really in a type of danger. She didn't lose an arm. She wasn't bleeding out. So it wasn't like that. It wasn't emotional detachment, but I feel like with Rick, it was like you didn't know if he was going to die or not, like cuz they were so secretive about it. So I feel like Rick's was better because I was very emotional and very heartfelt, and we saw Scott come back as Herschel.
Yeah,
Sasha, she
and
came
he
back,
came back like literally right before. I mean, I was so sad to see that.
and
Yeah,
Shane.
Herschel. I mean, the actor ended up passing. That was very upsetting. I mean,
That was very
it
upset.
happened like a week or two after they released the episode, right?
No, he passed away 2 weeks before the episode.
Before the episode. Oh man, see
Because
that's
I went
terrible.
to Walker Stalker Con, and I was actually going to meet him. I was planning on meeting him when I went, because this was my first time going there, and they had, well, he died, and so when we went to Walker Stalker Con, they had like this beautiful like mural, not a mural, but it was his sign.
Like a
So we all
memorial
like
type thing,
signed,
yeah.
like a little memorial thing. So there was like flowers. I signed my name on the banner and everything too. So like it was really beautiful, but it was like wow. And then the next week after that, that's when they showed the episode of Rick
That's
leaving.
that's upsetting, yeah. So yeah, so back to the whole Michonne thing, yeah.
Yeah.
So
You want me
Michonne
to say
leaving.
what I was doing, everything? Because I remember I was talking, and Skype really
Oh yeah,
like
yeah, yeah,
interrupted
yeah, yeah,
me,
yeah, yeah.
but I kind of forgot what I was saying. But about the Michonne thing, though, she, in the moment when you said that she put Rick in his place, and no one, I feel like no one could have done that. Like Daryl couldn't have done that. Carol couldn't do it. Anyone couldn't do it. Glenn, and I feel like she had to do that. And I feel she was like, I'm not gonna risk Rick making us get kicked out by this community, this normalization of society, because of his stupidity. Like I feel like she was thinking of Carl and Judith at the time when she was doing everything. She's like, I'm not gonna let these kids like lose this normality of society. I don't want them to grow up in the woods or whatever, how they were living before that. And I feel like that's what made me like hate her, not hate her, but I was like, well, girl, why are you punching Rick? But then at the same time, it's like, now you go back and see these episodes 20 more times, you're like, she was probably thinking of Carl and Judith. She wanted to give them something, and she didn't want Rick to ruin it. And that's why
Because
I'm like,
Rick was in
she
such a
punches
bad place.
dumbass.
Yeah, he was
Mm-hmm.
in the point where he could have ended up shooting the wrong person, and
Mm-hmm.
that would have definitely made it to the point where they wouldn't have been welcomed in that community. And knowing Rick, he probably would have been willing to take over it for himself. You know,
And he actually said something. He's like, we're gonna take over this community over from these people. and
yeah,
and I was like, girl, what mindset are you on? Like, think of
yeah.
your children. And I think that's why Michonne, that's when I feel like Michonne really connected, like had that mother son type of connection, that she always had, because with him since the beginning. And I feel like she was like, I'm not gonna let this kid and this girl have, some type of thing lost because of their dumbass dad. And
Yeah. Yeah, I
like,
totally
let's
get
give
that.
this lesson, even though no one with me. And I feel like that's when people really started like disagreeing a lot with Michonne. Like, I don't know, like
Yeah, I get
they
that.
didn't like the fact that Michonne could have been a leader or something. I don't know, but I mean, she ended up being a leader in the end, so
Yeah, definitely.
people lost. So,
So, another thing. Do you think Daryl and Connie will end up together?
oh God, okay, you put me on the spot. I feel like they might. I'm not here to piss off the carolers or anything. I
Oh
feel like
yeah,
they might. They're like doing like a super slow burn,
they are.
or
They really are. But
I
I'm
don't
loving it.
know. I'm living for it because she's bringing out the Daryl. Like I said, like with Michonne and Rick. Rick got out that soft side of Michonne, like the playful side of Michonne.
Yeah,
Like that episode when they first kissed, it was a whole episode and how they were like so playful with each other and everything. And I feel like that's how Connie is with Daryl.
Daryl. Yeah,
She's like making him smile. He's learning sign language for her to communicate with her, which he doesn't really do with anyone else. He does communicate, but this is like he's doing the extra mile for
yeah,
her,
and I like that because honestly, if Daryl and Carol do end up together, I would like it to be like a
Mhm.
last minute thing, if anything. Like I don't really want it to
Mhm.
happen, but if it does, I'd want it to be like a end of the series type thing, you know, to the point
Yeah.
where he
Mhm.
maybe even I don't know if like they end up spending I don't know some cheesy stuff like he proposes to her. Like I'm not rooting for it, but I mean
Yeah, I mean,
I just want it to be at the end of the season if they do it because I mean
mhm.
like Daryl and Carol. I mean I feel like this is a great show because I mean it shows that like the like a man and a woman can actually be really close without having
Be
to
mhm.
be together because I mean like Daryl is just like that guy like he wasn't able to be around really anybody like at first in the beginning of the
Mhm.
season he was just with the group to survive you know like and he ended up becoming so close with them and Carol ended up becoming like family to the point where it's
Mhm.
like they're homies. Like I wouldn't want them to like really ruin that. Like he looks out for her. He was kind of a little fed up with some of the decisions she was making this season, which I understand because she was legit she was being a dumbass. And I mean, obviously she lost a son, so I do not blame her. But I mean, he was like he stood by her between like all this crazy stuff and
the crazy stuff.
and
Yeah,
it just shows that like he's just a hell of a friend and nothing else. Like just a great person. Like, I just
a brother and sister relationship basically. And if they're doing that with Connie too, I wouldn't have mind because, like you said, it's rare to see a guy and a girl have some type of friendship without it being you know, romantic or anything. I don't mind it either. I'm rooting more for Connie than Carol.
Yeah, me too. That's I would honestly like Daryl and Connie to end up together because I mean, right when Daryl met her, I mean, Dog loves her. Like we see
exactly.
Dog, like he's like, oh, can you watch my dog? And she was like, yeah, I got you. And Dog literally loves her. Daryl like is literally like carrying around the ASL book. And it's just
for her,
yeah, and it's like he wouldn't do that for anybody, especially somebody he's just kind of met, like, you know, and he doesn't go heart to heart with anybody. So like just seeing this is just kind of a big deal. I feel. Yeah.
And it took him more longer to open up with Carol. Remember when Sophia went missing?
Yeah, he was.
This was season 2. It took him a couple of episodes to even open up, and he really didn't open up. All he did was give her a flower in a bottle. But still showed that, okay, this guy
that's
is
Daryl's version of a hug and throwing a party, man. That's like
exactly.
Yeah.
So it was kind of like you can compare it, and it's like he opened up quickly to Connie immediately. The second day they probably met, and with Kara, it took him a couple of days, months, even to like get this connection between each other.
Yeah, I feel that. But I guess we'll see because they're talking about how this show
Who
might
knows?
go on for a while. Like that, did you hear?
And I hope it does.
They dropped like this, like apparently I can't remember if it was like the president of AMC or something, but they were talking about how they expect the show to go on for years and years to come, and that they have plenty more to tell. And they're even talking about even going to original stories for the AMC show, which would be honestly great because I mean I don't care how. If it even gets bad, I mean, I don't know. I absolutely love this show. I will always watch it. I will always watch this show.
Same.
I can be in my deathbed when I'm 90. I will still watch this show. Show is phenomenal. I'll be underground with like my iPhone connected to like an unlimited battery, and I'll be all set. Who is the man in the mask? Okay, let's jump to that real quick. In the in that little peek, the sneak peek. We're going to the sneak peek.
So with Aaron and
Alden, yeah.
And Alden. Oh God, I never actually thought about that. I remember the mask.
This is great.
So like I never actually thought it. So this is gonna be my thought process. To be honest, I feel like it's a new character.
Yeah.
It's a new character, and it can be some of the Commonwealth people. I don't know. Like
yeah.
And that's what it's giving me. I don't think it's like some people are like, oh, it's Morgan. And I'm like,
that's what people are saying. But I mean, especially after seeing you know what happens in Fear. Like at the end,
he's dead. Well, quote unquote dead. He's shot.
I'm hoping he's not dead. If he dies, bro, I'm gonna really be upset. But yeah, like some stuff went down. He's hurt, and of course, Fear is based like years. It's like about 5 years before where we are right now in the Walking Dead.
Where we are, yeah.
So it's like who knows like what they can do. But a lot of people have so many different theories, and it's just I am really hoping for some crazy stuff. Like like the show has just pulled off some awesome things, and
really good ones.
I'm hoping it's someone we're familiar with, like I don't know who was his name with the guy with the trailer, the RV. I don't know why I'm choking on his name. Heath. Like I don't know if
right?
Heath. Yeah, I don't know if Heath was trained by the League of Assassins or some crazy stuff, but I don't know if they're gonna like I don't know. I just want it to be somebody we're familiar with. I don't care if it means that all of a sudden they went through some crazy training. I would have loved. I just want it to be someone we're familiar with. I mean, it has been 5 years.
It has been 5 years. What if it's also Maggie's like right-hand person? Like, this is someone Maggie met, and taking place of Dante too. Like, what if this is actually Maggie's like people, and not really, because then why would she do that to Jesus? She knew Jesus. I only would understand Alden because she also knew Alden, so it's like. It can't really be Maggie because she wouldn't pull a gun on her own people.
Well, these people, the man in the mask was nice. He was helping Alden and
that's true.
them. He wasn't like threatening them. So I mean,
so I feel like it can be someone like Maggie's right hand person, Maggie's friend, Maggie's significant other. We
Yeah.
don't. It can be.
Like,
So that's what I'm thinking. Someone like that.
I'm anxious to find out because I mean, like,
Me
when
too.
when it's someone under the mask, you really end up hoping it's someone important, like someone that you kind of like feel for, you know. But like you who knows? I mean, I don't even know if we're gonna end up finding out in the next episode because it literally happened. It's
I
the
don't.
finale, so it's like
Mm-hmm.
I don't know if they're gonna end up going over it and making us wait for it, or maybe even in the post credit scene it'll be him taking off or her taking off the
The
mask
mask.
and us finding out that it's like a big character. Like I don't know. It'd just be really fun to figure it out, and I guess we're gonna have to wait, which sucks,
And
but.
and if it's not a big character like you said, Heath, that's someone we've known and had this mystery about, they might just bring a big comic book character into this, like how they did with Dante. Like, he was a big character
Yeah.
in The Walking Dead, and so, you know, maybe they might do that again, or who knows, because you never know with Angela now, because look at what they've done these past 2
And
seasons.
they've done a
So
hell of a
they've done a
job,
lot of
so I
twists.
will not like question
Me
anything they
neither.
do. You know, if it's someone that I'm not really excited for, I'll give it time because, like we said, like they are doing a phenomenal job, and I am glad
They
to be a
really
part of
are.
this community. Yeah. So, I mean, I asked a lot of questions, so it looks like we're gonna be freeballing the rest of this.
Yeah.
What else are we talking about?
I had a question about the whole Negan and Alpha thing. Like,
Ugh, gross.
not that, the ending scene. You know how he killed her, and it's like, it's always been on my mind. Did he actually, like,
Think of her as his wife.
genuinely liked her? No, liked her. Like, because remember, he did tell Lydia that he liked her mother.
I really think
I feel like he, in a sick, twisted
Yes.
mindset he had in that moment, I guess, I feel like it was like his survival instincts kicked in, and that's why he fell for her, I guess.
I think he thinks of her more of like I think I heard a lot of fan theories that like he was thinking of her as his wife, and I'm pretty sure his wife didn't have a lot of hair when she died, and like some crazy stuff that like when she died it just brought memories, like he had to hold her just like he had to watch his wife die, and it's the fact that Alpha she wasn't a crazy woman before the apocalypse. I'm pretty sure she was just a woman.
She was.
She was.
No, she was.
She killed her. I mean,
she killed her husband.
She killed her husband, but her husband was like kind of. He wasn't bad, but I mean, he was just panicking. If I remember straight, he was just like.
He was basically Carol back in season 1, basically, because you know how fragile she was. He was just fragile in the whole situation.
Yeah, and
maybe he could have been Carol if he didn't die. You know, who knows?
I think the way Negan saw her is as just being this strong woman who kind of became something that she thought she had to become, and that's kind of like what Negan did. Like Negan was just a strong man who kind of still getting over his wife's death, like literally named a bat after his wife, and it's like the fact that he felt as though he needed to kill, he needed to do all that stuff to survive. So him bashing in Glenn's head, I mean, at the time he like didn't have any remorse, it seemed, but I mean, I feel as though he thought he needed to get it done.
Now he does.
Yeah, and it's like him feeling as though he needed to do it. You know, it's like I think he may have seen some of him in Alpha. And I don't know what the case was, but I genuinely think that he had some feelings.
He really,
yeah.
He probably was. Yeah, that's what I'm thinking too. And maybe in the way he was, like you said, he was holding her. It was probably in his own way of having closure with his Lucille. You know, so maybe that's why you said there was some type of connection and you know, some sense of like an adore for her in a way, in a sick way for us, because it's weird. Yeah. So like,
but definitely when I found out that they were like hooking up, I was just really uncomfortable.
I died. I really had to close my eyes.
Like,
I really couldn't do with that.
This girl hasn't taken a shower in Lord knows how long. Like,
in years.
Bro, like I don't know if it's still anything like as crispy or what, but like she was just really crazy about it. Like she literally was like, "Oh, it's my time to reward you," and it was just all in.
Like she was really feeling herself, man.
Bro, I was like, nah. If you want to reward him, give him like a bigger piece of like steak or something. Don't,
yeah, the pig.
Yeah, give him like the ears too or something. No, like come on, you think you're good like that? Like you got a big ego, bro. Like
Jesus
in that world,
Christ,
food is everything. Like give him a bigger piece of like pork.
Yeah, the meat or something.
Yeah, and it was really uncomfortable, and like especially in the Skybound reactions, mad funny to watch because a lot of people were
It
like,
was
"Oh
so
hell
hilarious.
no, oh hell no!" I
Did
was over
someone
here
walk
like,
out in the
"Bro,
scene?
I don't know. I think
I think
I
someone
think
walked. You
Michonne
know who it
fell
was?
off a
It was
chair or something.
Michonne. She flipped
Yeah,
over,
she
right?
like
She
fell
flipped
off her thing. I'm
over.
pretty sure." She is great. I see some of her reactions, and she's just so
She's
energetic about the
really
show, and I
hilarious.
love it.
Yes,
Her and
I love her.
what's her name? The OG of the Walking Dead universe.
Katie.
Yeah, them two are like my favorite to
Oh
watch.
yes,
They're like always so energetic, and I absolutely
energetic.
love it. And they
Yes.
always have the funniest things to say. So they're great reactors to the
And
show.
it's like, how do you think of this in the moment? Like sometimes I do say some stupid stuff, but it's like theirs is on a whole nother level.
I
Like it's
know.
like, girl, how did you think about this in this
I know.
moment? Like, and it shows you how funny they are as a true person too.
It's really fun. Yeah. It's I just love watching them. Like I never really watched many reactions before. I ended up making them myself.
That's how I am too.
And going into now that I make reactions, I sometimes occasionally drift off to other people and seeing these people. It's just so funny how they just come up with those quick quips or whips or whatever. Yeah,
I think remarks or whatever they're called.
Remarks, yes. It's really funny seeing it. It's cool. It's cool. It's my mind. So it's like. Again, I'm looking forward to seeing how the finale goes off. Like
Same. I'm really ready.
The show has been phenomenal so far, and I'm hoping for more. So do you have anything else to say?
I was actually gonna ask you, what are your thoughts on Beta losing his mind? You know how we saw in the 15, how he imagines the walkers talking to him.
That was
and
insane.
everything.
Like he was over here like throwing a party. Like they were like the fans. And he's over here, like, just, like, enjoying himself, like back in the glory days when he was famous or whatever. And then him ripping the mask, like Alpha being on one side, that's great. Like, I'm like, this dude is absolutely going to kill it. I do not think he is going to die in the finale. I think they're going to stretch it out. Like, I think they're going to stretch it out like they did with Negan. Like, that stretched out for, like, 2 seasons, right? Like we got some of the saviors in season 6. And then that ended at the end of season 8. So I feel like the Whispers are just such a big group like that. I feel as though like we haven't even seen anything yet. Like we thought we seen we thought we seen their horde,
everything.
Wait till that shit comes at us. Like wait till
exactly.
we saw that wave, that moment where they're having a wave after wave and they're over here fighting off. But like that's nothing compared to like the big blow that they're ready to land. And Beta being as unstable as he is, man, it's making me worried. But like I feel like it's gonna be killer, you know, like
it's gonna be killer. And he's still alive in the comics, you know. I do a lot of the comic comparisons, and people are like, why are you reading the comics? You're just spoiling yourself. Yeah, kind of, because you kind of know and have an idea of what's gonna happen next.
It gives you an insight, you know. It gives you an insight on what's going on. And you
because that's literally what happens in the comics. In the comics, Alpha's dead. Beta takes over. He's bringing the hordes. It's gonna cause a big ass mayhem, you know, for everyone. But what they're doing with the show, they're showing you Beta actually losing his freaking marbles, you know, and throwing a concert. Nothing like this happened in the comics. Like, you know, Beta's about to do a horde, but the show's giving you how he got the horde, you know, like showing you his like mindset and how he cuts the mask and everything. Like he's listening to the voices and everything.
What's
like this
name?
is something like you don't.
Ryan Hurst.
Ryan Hurst. Yeah,
he is absolutely great. Like just him being like
he's
this
amazing
huge-ass dude. Beta is just killing it, and I'm really looking forward to seeing what else they're gonna do with it.
I actually met him. He's
really?
actually super hilarious. Yeah, I love him. He's like super tall. He's like I'm 5 feet, legit 5, and he's like 6'2". So imagine the height difference
like
in our picture.
Shaq next to Kevin Hart. Yeah,
there's a picture next to Shaq next to Kevin Hart.
Yeah, so
literally that's
funny.
Literally how it was. Oh
but,
my god.
Yeah, I'm looking forward to the rest of the season. So you got anything else that you want to say before we say peace?
Not really yet. I think we covered it. Oh wait. The biggest question I have for you, it's kind of like a 2-parter. You read the comics, right?
Not all of them. No, I barely started. No.
So you haven't read like 176, I think, and 4. So forth. Okay, so thank God. In the comics, spoiler alert, 2 people. I think there's 2 people that died during the Whisperer War.
That's fine. Lay it on me.
Obviously, we're seeing the Whisperer War happening in The Walking Dead. Who do you think is going to die in the famous tower scene? You know, like, I don't know if you heard of the tower scene for The Walking Dead.
I haven't, but now I'm a little nervous now.
So, like, okay, so basically in the comics, I'm going to spoil it for you because
Yeah,
it's a
cool.
question that you need to know. And it's about to happen maybe
Cool.
in the finale.
I kind of want to know what I'm talking about during the reaction. So
yeah.
Bit.
So in the comics, someone's on the watchtower, basically, which is why I was kind of nervous for episode 15. It's called The Tower.
Yeah.
No one died, thank God. But someone dies in the tower going down. They fall, and their foot gets tangled on the little ladder where you go up in the tower, the water tower. So Beta comes in and rips their stomach apart, and this is how this person dies. It's a huge comic death.
When is the episode? In episode 15 or 16, you said?
No. It might happen in episode 16. It is the finale, but it happened in the comics. So like,
the tower is episode 16.
No. The tower was 15, but they named it the tower. So when I saw the name, I thought they were gonna kill somebody.
Yeah, they had a moment where Alden and Aaron were in the tower. That was the tower.
In the tower.
So
yes.
Are one of them the characters?
Not in the comic. Not in the comic.
Like,
so it doesn't, for what I'm seeing, it's got to be someone in the group in the hospital. Someone in the group in the hospital will have that death. In my opinion, someone will have it.
Will happen?
And so I feel like the person that's gonna get that comic book, in the comic, the person that dies is Gabriel.
Gabriel. Yeah,
so
I don't
spoiler
care.
alert,
Like,
in the
I
comics,
don't care.
he dies. So, but from what I am seeing in the show, I don't think it's gonna be Gabriel. No? I feel like it might be the guy with the violins. What's his name?
No. Luke.
What's his name? Luke. Yes, no, I feel like it might be Luke. I don't know why. They never gave him out. They haven't given him out. And then all of a sudden, in the sneak peek, like that extended thing they did after the show, whatever, they give, like, you know how it's Gabriel, like, rushing everyone out or whatever, and all that junk. It was like a trailer. So I feel like it might be Luke, because they gave out Luke, and it's like,
no,
they're not going to kill off Gabriel.
I'm going to tell you. Yeah,
so who do you think might get that death?
I don't expect him to kill off Gabriel, specifically because they have grown his character into, like, more of a badass, and I feel like they can do so much more with that. And the fact that we saw him kill Dante, like, this dude isn't bugging out. Like,
iconic, exactly.
This dude is crazy. So I feel like they want to give him a little more mileage, before they get rid of his character. I mean, like, at first I definitely hated Gabriel, but I'm actually enjoying him a little more because, I mean, at first this dude wouldn't even open the doors to the church.
The doors for, yeah.
He didn't even want to watch somebody die. And now this dude's doing it himself. So
and taking care of the trash, basically.
That guy's over here doing like some crazy work, So it's like, yeah, taking out the trash. So it's like it's funny. So it's like I'm hoping he kind of sticks around a little longer. But Luke, like, if it's between Luke and Gabriel, I'm sorry, but Gabriel got to catch the boot. I'm sorry.
So you think it's Gabriel getting his comic book death?
No, if I'm gonna be honest, it's gonna have to give me some time to think. I really don't know who it would be. Specifically because we've had we've worked on so many characters in this season. I feel like what's her name? I don't think it would be Magna, but I feel like if it was Magna, it would definitely be a huge toll on Yumiko, because especially after them having that fight, and they kind of patched things up before she left, right?
Yeah, sure, and which is why it also gives you the sense that maybe Magna's gonna die, because she's already probably bitten. Yeah. Because she just appeared out of nowhere, blood covered. You don't know if she got bitten or nothing. Yeah. It kind of sends like a goodbye, to Yumiko. So she probably knows she's gonna die. So who knows? Maybe Magna's okay, and like you said, she might get that comic book death.
Now that I know that it might happen, I'm like, and it's the finale. And the last finale, I don't think we had any deaths. We had the Calm, which was episode 15, and then the Storm, which was episode 16.
We didn't.
So that was season 9. So like we didn't have like a lot of we had a lot of deaths in episode 15.
The episode 15.
Yeah. Oh my god, like Enid, Taro. Oh my god, I don't even want to talk about it. Therapy costs too much. But we're gonna have to deal with all that stuff, and them not
later.
Them not doing all that stuff, and the episode 15 of season 10 was a little relief, but it's gonna be nervous for episode 16. So I guess we'll have to see. I don't know who they would end up killing, but all I know is if it was between Gabriel and Luke, it would definitely, I want Luke to stay alive, and Gabriel would have to leave. But I don't know, like logic, like if we had an actual option, I really don't know. But it definitely have to be someone we care about. And that's scaring me. It could be what's her name? Kelly. Because I mean, I know
Oh,
she's
Kelly.
over here and she's becoming deaf. I'm pretty sure, right? Like she's her.
Yeah, she's becoming.
So it's
Yeah,
like
she's becoming more deaf.
I feel like there could be a time where she's might even be at the tower, sees Connie in the distance because Connie hasn't came back yet, has she?
Yeah, she has not.
So like say like she's standing on the tower and with like Alpha's heard like down below and she ends up like losing her control and getting to the point where she's like Connie, letting Connie know where she is because of
And
course
she probably like
she ends up
slips
falling
and
because
falls.
obviously Connie's not going to be able to hear her, so Kelly's going to have to like let her know. And it's making me nervous that she might end up falling and we're going to end up seeing Kelly die, which I wouldn't like to see that. But
Me neither.
sadly,
I don't want anyone. I hope it's someone like not really.
I don't want anyone
that,
in the new
I mean,
crew.
everyone is iconic, but it's like they have to give that comic book death meaning because it's like saying like giving it to a background actor and having that death. It doesn't have that same
it's like
feeling you do with the comics.
Exactly, like in the Calm where we saw all these heads on the spikes. Didn't start hitting home until we see like Tammy, kind of it hurt a little bit. But after seeing Enid and thinking it was Rosita,
Tara,
and then they tease it like it was going to be the king, like in the comics, and then it ended up being
Henry.
Exactly, because I mean Tara ended up dying instead of Rosita. Because they made it sound like Rosita was going to die.
Was the one, yes.
Yeah, because they're like, you see Gabriel come out, he's like, oh, do you guys know where Rosita is? And I'm like, nah, stop it. Stop it.
I was like,
Yeah, you think you're funny,
and then
you're not funny.
It was Tara, because Tara was my favorite too. Like,
yeah, that threw me off, and I definitely felt bad, but it's hopefully we'll be able to cope with the loss together. But again, this seems to be it for this fancy little chat of ours, so that's fun. We are planning actually on hopefully if the finale ends up being released for late August, we're gonna be doing this again, right? Talking about the finale.
Yeah.
When we talked about that, so that should be fun. And they're gonna be
our
talking
own
about
therapy
it,
session.
Our own therapy, even after. I mean, hopefully we can do more collabs like this in the future because it's cool to actually talk to somebody that loves the show as equally as I do. And it's really fun. And I gotta start catching up on the comics. That way we have a little more to talk about it. And so it's definitely a fun chat. Let us know if you want more collabs. Talk to us in the comments, obviously, on both of our channels. We're posting both of it, each individually, because, why not?
Because we gotta have,
Yeah, because why not? And, we're going to be doing another live stream, and hopefully you guys enjoy. We're going to be talking to you guys soon, and, so that should be fun. You got anything else you want to say? Oh, yeah, subscribe to Katya. Yeah, check that out.
Oh, yeah, and subscribe to Paul. I'm not gonna even try to attempt and ruin the name again. I
gotta insert the clip where you said Busy Byron.
The clip, yeah.
Disrespect, but yeah. So
Busy Brian. There, go follow him, please.
Busy Brian.
His content is busy. See, look,
Oh wow!
I hate myself.
Wow. All right, guys.
Busy Braun.
There
you know
we
what?
go.
Let's end it on that note.
Go. See you, man, Busy Braun. Thank you so much for watching. Both of our links are down in the description. Enjoy. See you soon. Peace.
Bye, guys.
I hope you enjoyed ReactorCon. Yeah, that's it. Peace.
Yeah.